Hey, Jackie Lee here. Back on March 12th of 2012, I sent a message to a lady who had liked my fan page on Facebook. She didn't reply, she didn't answer me, nothing. About a month later, she did, however, comment on something on my fan page. So I sent her another message. Turns out we had a little bit in common. So we had a chit chat and she told me about her thing and I told her about mine, and neither one of us needed those things at the moment. So we just kind of stayed connected on Facebook. Over the last year or so, since that time, I have had people who sell her thing come to me, trying to sell it to me. I have seen her thing at the fair and had people try to sell it to me there, but I just wasn't ready. I really just didn't need it at that point in time. However, this past weekend, we were at riding lessons, and Hannah has been off and on sick, and it's been kind of frustrating, and she finally seemed well, and we went to riding lessons, and about halfway through her lesson, I looked at her, and she really hadn't been riding very well and hadn't been concentrating, and there seemed to be something wrong, but I just didn't know what it was. But I looked at her, and her poor little face was pasty white, and there was just tears rolling down her cheeks, and I was like, what's the matter? And she had a really, really bad headache, and she decided to cut her lesson short, which never happens, and just to be done. So we ran to Walmart real quick to grab some painkiller because we were about out here, and in that process of checking out, she got sick to her stomach. It was a mess. But it was in that moment that I decided that I needed to do something about this problem. I was sick and tired of my poor kid missing out on her life because she was sick. And it's crazy because, we are very proactive in our health. We do things to keep ourselves healthy, and yet I wasn't able to help her stay well when she was going to school. So I decided right then and there that I needed this thing. I felt like it was what was going to help us move to the next level of health. So I came home, I immediately contacted this lady. I probably haven't talked to her in like 6 months or so. I didn't hem and haw. I didn't ask any questions. I said, how much is it? Here's my credit card number. When will it get here? And then I told this story to my team because I thought it was really interesting. Because I'd met this lady such a long time ago. And, we really don't talk all that often. But when I thought of this thing, I thought of her. So as soon as I told this story in the group, I started getting an email message, and it said, Jackie, what is that product? I'm having the same exact problem here. What is it? I want to get it too. And I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit annoyed because the point of me telling the story was not to sell the product. It was to let people know that if you stick with it long enough and that if you keep telling people what your thing is, that when people need it and their timing is right, they'll come back to you. But then I thought about it for a second. I was like, holy crap, this is an even bigger deal because look what I just did. I didn't mention the product. I didn't mention the features or the benefits. I didn't even say anything about that. I was just telling a story. But my story resonated with other people. And they said, oh my gosh, I have that problem too. I bet this would be a solution for me too. And boom. They pulled out their credit card. They didn't ask questions. They just said, how much is it? Here's my card number. When's it going to get here? And that is the power of a story. It's why I harp so hard on you trying to stop selling your thing and start telling your story. Because it works. It works left and right, up and down, today and tomorrow and next month and next year. But you've got to get in the mindset that you're just going to tell people what's going on. Tell them stories. Tell them what's working for you. Tell them about situations in your life. Tell them about things that you've been through, things that you've gone through, the ways that you've gotten out. You don't have to say, this is the benefit and this is the features of all of my thing. Tell them the story. Let them connect and resonate with what you've been through and let them come to the conclusion that your solution could be their solution as well. So, here's my challenge to you today. Tell me a story. Go ahead, write it down on a piece of paper. Let me tell you a story, and then fill it in. Fill in your story. It can be about anything, but it has to have a story that you found a solution. Some way around a problem or some way out of something, so that people can see that your solution could possibly be their solution as well. So, when you're done telling me your story, leave comments below here so that we can find your story. And if you're in need of a platform to share your story, well, we've got you covered there too. Click the link below this video, and the person who shared this video with you will happily share the platform that they use to blog and share their story. We'll talk to you soon.